To Knew It Too.
Welcome.
It's so nice to have you join us at Be So In. Kailen and I are here from the Oklahoma City store.
Hi.
And we can't wait to tell you about all sorts of fun things that are going on this week. So, as you know, our spring catalog came out about, beginning of April.
Yep.
It goes through the end of May.
Does
but
it
as you
really?
know, today is the last day of April,
Oh,
which
can you believe
is
it?
National
Serger month.
Serger month. So, of course, we want to continue to celebrate Sergers, not just in April. The pricing goes on through the end of May in here. So if you couldn't make up your April mind on it,
Maybe you can make up your May mind.
that's right. But we still want you to come in and see us. Kailen, can you turn around right over here? I want you to show them something that the educator here in the Oklahoma City store took a bunch of scraps.
So you want to hold it up?
I will. She took a bunch of scraps she had from a project that she had been working on.
Made a serger quilt.
And it just looks like a crazy quilt because all she did was just take the random shapes.
She used the flat lock stitch.
Yes, and then she
pieced everything on the serger.
So it's a serger quilt.
And then even quilted it on the serger.
Also using, you could have also used the Euphoria to do the cover stitching.
That's true.
Which you see right here on the front.
We got our twin needle stitching for our quilting.
But if we look at the back, look at
with our
that.
beautiful decorative thread on the
Because
back.
it's this pretty decorative thread up here, if you want to show that.
Oh, here we go.
See, she did do it over here on the Euphoria. That
She
thread's
switched
still
around
there.
between machines.
But
Yeah.
is that not fun?
I love it.
I mean, it's such a unique, fun way to be able to quilt something. Now, this was just like a little
wall hanging.
Just a little wall hanging size,
Little
but you could do
sampler.
virtually any size you want because you have such a nice big throat in here.
Yeah, love it.
So Dee did a wonderful job on that.
She did.
And it looks like she had a lot of fun while she was working.
Oh
on
yeah.
it. Okay, so I want to bring your attention back to our lovely catalog.
Okay.
And today, in particular, we are going to talk about page 25 in here.
Okay.
When we get to it, I remembered I want to show you something that we found out about this product back in, I want to say it was during October, November, during the Houston Quilt Festival.
Okay.
And then it took a while for these back-ordered items to make it into our stores. It's these glow rulers. And, you know, it's just a little plexiglass ruler that you can use to cut. Has measurements on it.
Sure.
Doesn't seem wildly different from anything else.
So far.
But it glows.
Oh, it lights up so that you
so
can
that when
see
I want to
what you're
use my
doing.
rotary cutter, I can actually see what I'm doing, right? I'm not
my
actually
gosh.
cutting, I'm just kind of pretending. Now, I do know because when I was at the Serger event in Tulsa with Missy, she mentioned that she knows that these, let me turn it this way so it actually makes a little more sense.
There we go.
This is very much set up for a right-handed person.
Okay.
That there is a left-handed one that's being developed.
Okay.
So I'm
So
not
keep
going
your eyes out
I'm
for
not going to
that.
pretend to know when that's coming out, but
they're working on it.
right, because it might be easier for someone who's left-handed, of course, for the numbers to go the,
All to the
other
other
direction.
side, yeah.
And then you can just turn it off. It has a little cord here that you can just plug
Charge
it in
it,
to
yeah.
charge it.
Very
so there's no
good.
batteries involved. But is this little glow ruler not the cutest thing?
I love it. That's super handy.
And it's regularly $58. It's on sale right now, $10 off for $48.
Nice.
So if you need something to help you visualize a little bit better what you're doing on there, glow ruler might be the perfect item for you.
Okay.
So let's come back over here to page 25.
Okay, what's on page 25?
What's on page 25? So we have the 6.5 by 12-inch ruler, which is this one that you see right here.
Okay.
And what's great about it is it adds that extra ½ inch, so that if you need a true finished 6-inch piece,
Right.
this is adding that ½ inch on either side for
Okay,
you.
yeah, very
so
nice.
we have that one on sale for $27.99.
Okay.
This one is one that is a pre-order item.
Oh,
This
so
is the
exciting.
28mm rotary cutter. So it's
for
going
the
to
extra
look
small.
It's going to look very much like this one, but this one's 45mm. So as you can guess, 28
28,
millimeters
smaller.
is smaller. Yes, so it would be the smaller version like this one, but it's going to have the same kind of nice weighted handhold on it. So
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and order it, it's regularly $68.99. You can pre-order it for $55.49.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And that way you'll be in the queue to get yours first if you've got yours pre-ordered.
Definitely.
We've shown you the 36 by 60 inch mat, the
Yeah.
really big mat. It's just like this one here.
Got all your numbers.
All the
on
numbers.
Both directions.
Right.
Your 1/8 inch marks everywhere.
And it's also two-sided, so you
Dark
get
on
the
one
dark on one
side.
side, the
Yep.
light on the other,
Yep,
and that means
very
you get
good.
twice as much use out of the mat
True
because you
enough.
can cut on either side.
Mhm.
So that's a really great feature. And we have that available in that 36 by 60 cutting mat, which is the really nice big one. It's regularly $249. It's on sale for $199.
It's a good deal.
And then I'm going to show you another thing here, which is the Quilter Select Square It rulers. We have them in the 7.5 inch and the 8.5 inch. And I want to show you how cool these are. So I'm going to switch
Okay, let's
sides with
switch
you here.
Yep.
So
Ready?
ooh, black fabric's not very exciting. So I'm just going to move that one aside. I could have done the Eleanor Burns thing. There we go.
Toss it to the
Toss
wind.
it to the wind, yes.
Fair enough.
So if you're trying to fussy cut,
Yeah.
or maybe you have a design that you are trying to square up around a stitch out,
A quilt block,
sometimes it
something
can be
like that,
really
yeah.
hard to do that and be able to cut to the inside of it. So this one is the 8.5 inch square it ruler. So let's say I wanted to square it around that particular flower.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how I can get that all inside there,
Yeah.
but I can also use my measurements to know if I'm
Absolutely.
in the right spot. So we have our rotary cutter, but you see how the grooves go
Beyond.
indent?
Yeah.
So when you cut with this, of course, we're going to reveal the blade. And when we cut, we want to make sure that the blade is to the closest edge of this.
Sure.
So my blade's up against here. I wouldn't want it here because then the blade's on the back side.
Right. You're actually cutting it even smaller by
Right.
mistake. Sure.
So when I want to cut this one, I've got it nestled in my little groove.
And I've got my non-slip coating,
Right.
just like my other Quilter Select rulers.
So I've got that one there, and then
Just shaving off a little bit of that edge.
got that one there. And here's my favorite part, because that non-slip coating allows me to be able to turn it around because
Yep.
it's not sticky, but it helps. It's
It
just
just hangs onto the
it
fabric.
hangs onto the fabric.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with a better term for that.
That's why I'm here.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, when I just moved my ruler. And I end up with the perfect cut of, got threads in the way, but I have this perfect fussy cut
Yeah.
because of this lovely ruler that lets me cut around it. Sometimes if you try to cut around things, like you've got it lined up here, and then you cut past it, well, you get really into your fabric where you don't want
That's
to
true. This will kind of prevent that. Though you can use the outside edge of the
course.
ruler. If you look at their the plate that comes inside the ruler, it does show you that you can do center, and trim appliques, and you can do the center opening or you can do the outer edge opening.
be. Right. So, like, say we were cutting out that ice cream cone, it lined it up, but if I needed the outside of the block as
So
well.
you're really getting kind of two square up sizes
You
with
are.
each ruler.
You get an inside. It's just like anything. There's an inside edge and an outside edge.
That's true.
Kind of like
They've just made them more useful.
one of my favorite things that one of our educators that came and did special events with us, that whenever you buy your fabric, you're actually getting twice the value because there's a front and a back.
Oh, fair enough.
Like this one. Maybe I don't need charcoal gray. I need light gray.
I've actually been known to use the back side
I
of
have
fabric
too.
like that
I have
before.
too. So we're helping you save money.
There you go.
Okay, so we've shown you the square it rulers, which are super fun.
Very nice.
We also have here the golden rule pack. And in the golden rule pack, you will see that it comes with the 60 millimeter ruler, which is
Nice
the big
cutter,
one.
yeah.
So you can get 3 sizes, 60, 45, and 28 if you want to special order that one.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with a replacement blade. You also get the 3x12 ruler, the 8.5x12 ruler, and the 1.5x12 ruler.
Very
so
nice.
this is a great little pack, and as you can see, it's regularly $140. It's on sale for $99.
Nice.
And then there was the smaller square it ruler.
It's actually the
talked-
larger one.
That's what I meant, the larger one,
It's
the
okay.
smaller and the larger one. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago whenever we were coming up with the pieces that we needed for the Christmas quilt, which by the
Yes.
way, I meant to show that last week and I completely forgot.
Ooh, we'll show it. We'll show it.
We'll show it to you. But we used Design and Quilt to know what the size and amount of pieces
Yeah.
we needed to create our quilt. Design and Quilt is truly one of the best pieces of software to make quilting easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we showed you how easy it was to piece on your serger.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are all about how to make something
Easier.
that looks hard really easy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Design and Quilt is regularly $599. That's the lowest I've ever seen it. $399.
Yeah, that's great.
What a powerful piece of software for just a little bit of money.
Absolutely.
So we've got that. This is the 2.5 by 6.5 inch ruler that
Yep.
is on
It's a pre-order.
A pre-order also. So if you wanted to get that one pre-ordered, you can get it pre-ordered at $14.49 rather than paying the $17.99. Again, it puts you in the queue to be the first ones to get it when they
Absolutely.
arrive at our warehouse. And then these are the Wave applique scissors. One thing I really like about these, most applique scissors, it's a duckbill and that hump comes all the way over to the point. And if you have some little tiny area you need to get into, it can be extremely difficult to get that duckbill in there because it's
Definitely.
just curved over enough to not allow for that. But since this one comes up and then points down, makes that wave.
But
you
it
can
still
get
protects your
in-
fabric
you
with the
can
duck
do
bill.
that.
Very
And the
smart.
other thing that Quilter Select has is a left-handed
Left-handed.
version. We also have a right-handed version.
Yeah.
So I know for some people, if you are a lefty trying to use a right-handed pair of applique scissors, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So Quilter Select stepped up and gave us the left-handed version
Very
too.
nice.
Either version, right or left-handed, they're regularly $34.99 and we have them on sale for $27.99.
Okay.
Pretty sweet deals, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's page 25
Page
of the
25.
catalog.
Okay.
I know, I was like, wow, this is a good page.
I like this page. Yeah.
Okay, so are we ready to do a foot of the week?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
So this week we picked a foot that doesn't actually come with your machine. This is one that you can get to go with your machine. So if you have a snap-on foot,
Yeah.
which is pretty much
Most of the baby locks for sure.
every
Yeah.
one of them there, we are going to be showing you the roller foot.
Okay.
Okay,
Give me the details.
so the roller foot, it has this little tube here that it covers up on the underside. See that piece of metal right there?
Let me get in real close.
And that spins.
It looks like it's slightly textured to grip.
It is. It has just enough like serrations on it
Yeah.
so the fabric wouldn't slip on it. But
Okay.
what it does is it makes it so that when you're going over something, I'll show you, it's kind of like a little,
It's like a little car.
it is kind of like a
Oh my
little
gosh,
car.
it's like a steamroller.
It is. It makes it so that any kind of friction that you might have from your fabric, it helps eliminate
send it
that
through.
and it helps roll it through and it doesn't leave marks. So if if you've ever sewn on like ultra suede or velvet, sometimes you can leave marks on the top of it because of the pressure of the presser foot, but this is
Okay.
allowing that to roll over the top. It can also make it easier to work with things that can be what you might consider a more difficult fabric.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drop off the J foot.
Okay. Come
And
around here.
we're gonna snap this one on. So easy peasy, snaps on just like anything else. I have a really thin piece of cotton, almost organdy in weight.
Okay.
And sometimes that can be difficult to work with because it is so thin that it doesn't want to go through very easily. And so we're just gonna put our presser foot down and I'll show you how easy it can roll that one through there. So that was with the really lightweight fabric, just really went through there nice and smoothly. Now this one is a tricot,
Oh man,
and
you're really giving me the challenging fabric jitters today.
it is, it's slick, and if you were trying to make, oh, say like a slip or undergarments, things like that, it can be a challenge too because it wants to roll for one thing. It's just the nature of the fabric. Again, this is going to want to just go right over this with ease as it rolls it right along. It does look like that's gathering just a little bit. I think that's because I'm going with the stretchy side of the fabric,
Could be.
but it's not bunching up and grabbing on this side of it. So you have the ability to really stitch on something that's slick like this one.
Yeah.
This is fleece, which, as you know, has a loft to it. Sometimes fleece can have, you can leave dents in it from your presser foot pressing down on it.
Sure.
So we're going to stitch on this one, and you'll see it's going to roll through there really nicely as well. I don't even have to hardly hang on to it for it to go through all that. Sometimes things that have a little bit of nap to it can really not want to go through, and you see how it didn't leave like marks along the edge there because you don't have, if I had my J-foot up there.
You hid it under your fabric
Oh,
here.
I did. I was like, where did it go?
There you go.
It might leave like a channel mark going along the side, but that roller foot just kept it nice and
Nice and
lofted.
smooth, yeah.
So that's a really nice feature on that one. And then let's just say we were going to be doing some kind of an applique of a vinyl. I know I picked one that's kind of makes me want to throw up a little bit.
Prismatic.
But this stuff can be slippery, and when we're trying to attach something that are two very disparate fabrics, it's nice to have a foot that plays nice with the one that wants to be problematic on the top. We're just gonna chunk right down that one. I didn't sew the straightest line. I'm sitting off to the side here.
She's accommodating the camera today.
But you can see it didn't bend it or crease it. It just, here, does that make you want to be
Yeah.
sick?
Well, I mean, it's not my favorite. It's a cool look, but boy, that prismatic is hard to look at. But it did stitch it on there really nice. Let me get nice and close there for you.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
And
very
all of
nice.
that from this wonderful little roller foot. Now this roller foot, we are going to start a new special deal on this.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you about a foot and get y'all excited about it and then not give you a reason to want to get it.
Okay.
So this week through Saturday,
Yeah.
we are going to be doing 25% off of the roller foot. Okay?
Okay.
So all you have to do is call up to the store, go into the store and say, hey, I want that nifty roller foot. And we will give you 25% off.
Okay.
Instead of it being $16.99, it's going to be 25% off of that. And I didn't do my math on that, but that would be like $3.54 off.
I'm an artist, not a mathematician.
I should have done my math, but it's 25% off of that.
Okay.
So, but that is good now through the end of business Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be on May 4th. May the 4th be with you to get your 25%
There you
off
go.
on your roller
There you
foot.
go. There you
There
go.
you go. I know a little bit of my, I was going to
Oh,
say.
which one is it?
It's Star Wars.
There it is. I was like, if you don't know which property it is, then you really don't know it.
It's also my mom's birthday, so she gets to live with May
That's
the 4th being her birthday from now on.
It's okay.
And I
She
don't
was
think she's
there
ever even
before
watched Star Wars.
Probably not. That's okay.
Okay, so roller foot is on sale at any
Okay.
store. Humble, Oklahoma City, Muskogee, Tulsa, Springfield, and Fayetteville. 25% off the roller foot. Okay?
Yes.
We've got them in stock.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about other things that we have going on. We've given you all the page 25 great deals.
Yeah.
We're giving you 25% off on the roller foot.
Oh, I see what you did
And
there.
we have events coming up.
Okay. Show me the deets.
There are not very many seats left in the Floriani Total Embroidery Masterclass.
Okay.
DJ Anderson and Debbie Homer will be at the different locations presenting all things about Floriani software and Floriani stabilizers, threads. It's a great learning experience. It's only $39
Look
to
at
come
that.
to the class.
Can't
We'll
be
feed you
beat.
lunch, and if you'll go to our website, you'll get to see what stores have it on what dates and what's available.
Yes.
Love to have you join us for that. Give us a call. We also have at the Tulsa location 2 different options on dates for the Firecrackers Quilt Floor Canvas class. It's on June 7th or June 8th.
Okay. So it's a one-day class.
One
offered
day
twice.
hands-on event. It's $149. It includes the kit for you to be able to make this this canvas floor mat, which is much larger than what you think it is.
It's a good size mat,
It's a
and
good size mat.
it's so much fun to make.
And it's one person to a machine. It's a sewing class. It's not embroidery. It's not serging.
right.
It's a sewing class.
right.
So it's a lot of fun. And I think if you haven't signed up for it,
Oh,
you need to get
don't
in it
miss
before
out.
it's
Don't
before
miss
it's
out.
full. Okay. And then again, we want to remind you about Project Sew. That too is filling up. We have seats available at the different locations. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Fayetteville, Springfield. You need to be paying attention to if you're doing a morning class or an afternoon class, which week you're signed up for. In the camp fee of $299, they're going to go home with a sewing kit full of tools. They're going to get all the fabrics they need for the 3 different projects. They're going to get to learn all about sewing, and they go home with a sewing machine at the end of the week.
Wow.
We keep the class size limited so that all the kids get great attention and great learning experience. It's ages 9 to 16, so be sure to let anyone in your life that is in that age group that the fun life skill of sewing is available to them at Be Sew In.
Now, okay, should we take him over to the Serger
Let's
quilt
go
real
over to
quick?
the
Okay,
Serger
we're gonna
quilt.
walk through the store here
This
because
is
we
the
hung it on the
one
wall.
That is the Purely Gates Mary Mylar Christmas design.
Okay.
And then we showed you that we used the design and quilt to cut out, or to give us the sizing for all of the different
All of our cut
pieces we
piecing.
needed. And then we used our Quilter Select rotary cutter
And
to
it
cut out
went
all of that stuff. And we pieced the whole thing
Look at
together
how cute
on
it
the
is.
Triumph Serger. And it's beautiful.
I love it so much.
Didn't it turn out fabulous?
Yes, it is so high up there, so I'm having to tilt the camera, but it looks so good.
We had a lot of fun making that. And you know, the thing is, you don't have to do a whole big quilt. You could do a table runner. You could make, you know, individual stockings with those designs on. There's so many different things you can do to incorporate all the different tools we have, all the different products we have. We're here to just make sewing all the fun that it really is.
All
We
right.
hope you've enjoyed being with us at New at 2 this week. Remember, we have great specials going on in our spring catalog through the end of May. Plus, we have that special roller foot discount going on and events for you to sign up for. It's been a blast talking to you this week. We look forward to seeing you at New at 2 next week. And remember, we always want you to do 3 things.
Go for it.
Like,
Mhm.
share,
Mhm.
and comment.
Very good.
And you know what we ought to do? We didn't do it last week, so we should do it this week. We're gonna have one lucky winner win a roller foot.
Okay.
Okay?
So we enter by...
Doing like, share, and comment. So be sure to enter. We'll do that drawing on Thursday evening.
All right.
Thanks for joining.